All right, welcome to this Citi Sports special. This afternoon, we're talking to Gideon Mensah, Black Stars left back, plays for Bordeaux in France as well. I'm sure he was taking his power nap, but we've dragged him out here to try and have a quick conversation about the World Cup qualifiers against Nigeria in particular, and also the World Cup draw, and generally how his season has been so far. Gideon, thank you very much for joining us here on Citi TV.
Thank you very much for having me here. It's been always an honor to have me on the show.
Yeah.
So, really glad to be here again.
You're looking very good and happy. Has the World Cup qualification got anything to do with it?
Of course, if you're still in a happy moment, I mean, I think every Ghanaian is still in a happy moment. So, obviously, I feel good also. Yeah.
Talk to me about, first of all, that arrival when you guys got to the airport. I was there, I saw you, I hugged you, but the reception that all of you received, to see that, that's not even winning a trophy, but to see that back home, returning home, I mean, just describe the feeling for me when you guys got back and you saw all of the champagne and everybody at the airport to meet you guys.
I mean, yeah, it was something different from what we've been used to for the past matches or the past tournament that we've been with the national team. Obviously, when we came back from Cameroon was not the same thing. So coming back from Nigeria and then seeing all these fans and the cameras and everything, the champagne, like you said, and everybody waiting for us down there was a great thing. For we the players, we had to leave that same day to back to our club. So we were really in a rush. If you saw that everybody was just rushing to the back. But on the other side, it was very great thing for us, and it was a great feeling for us to see that everybody are ready to welcome us back home. I mean, I think moving forward, we would love to have moments like that.
Yeah, amazing. And to top it all up, later that day, of course, you still had an opportunity to meet the president. I don't know for you, if that was the first time for you ever going to the Jubilee House. How was that like, meeting the president?
I mean, yeah, that was the first time. That was the first time going there to the Jubilee House. And obviously, I mean, going there, I think many people goes to the president. I mean, they have their own reasons why they go there. Yeah. But we going there was us going there as victorious as the mayor who went out for battle, and they came out with something. You know? So it was a great feeling, and I mean, seeing the president is something different, and also going there with the joyful heart and everything was also a different thing for us. So I think it was a great day the past 10 days or the past 11 days that we've been together in the national team was very great for us.
Yeah, probably the best 10 days of your life, I believe, as a professional footballer.
I mean, I keep saying this. I said this to Coach Otto and most of the coaches that were there. I said to them, this has been one of the best 10 days of my career. I mean, I'm just hoping maybe when I go to the World Cup, that's going to surpass this moment now. But as of now, this is the best 10 days in my career now.
I don't doubt it. And talking about best, it's not just a feeling. It's also in terms of performance, because we saw you in those two legs, in those two matches. Those were probably maybe your debut apart against South Africa. These two matches are probably your best two performances in Black Stars jersey. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. I mean, from the reception and everything after the game, obviously before the game, I'm the guy who always comes to Ghana for the national team games, and I off my phone 24 hours before the game, so I don't get no calls from not even from my family members, because obviously you come to Ghana and your loved ones, they always want to say something nice to you, and they don't see the part where that whatever they are saying to you is bringing pressure to you. So I try to avoid that part. Yeah. So after the game, I on my phone, and then my phone was just buzzing with notifications on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. And at some point, I was just thinking about Ghana as a team. After the game, as I was thinking of Ghana playing good, and Ghana giving the fans what they really expected from us. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking of myself. So when I saw that everybody was just talking about me, like I was being the talk on Twitter and everywhere, it was a bit surprising for me, because I didn't really expect, or I won't say I didn't expect, but after the game, I wasn't really thinking about me, what I did on the field or what I didn't do on the field. Right. Just thinking about Ghana in the whole.
Wow. I mean, and yeah, absolutely. Over those two legs, I think all of the praise, all of the good things that you're getting. You absolutely deserve it. Anybody that watched those 2 matches, you were definitely one of our standout performers in those 2 legs. Tell me about the crowd at the Babaya Stadium. Even as a journalist, I struggled to get inside. I mean, when you came out and you saw that, and to play in front of that crowd for 90 minutes, describe it for me.
It was something that I mean, I've been playing in Europe here. I've seen crazy fans. I've seen people coming out, turning up for their teams and everything. But what I saw in Kumasi was something that I've never seen in my whole career, being with the national team or being with any club. I mean, I knew that Kumasi people always come out for the Black Stars. When we played under 23s, they came out when we played against Togo. They were there supporting us and then making us believe that we are there to represent Ghana. So obviously, when I was going into the game, I knew Kumasi they were going to come up. I mean, I was like really, but I didn't expect what I saw on the field. Yeah. Like at some point, even before the game, they gave us everything. That, obviously, we had our training and we had our plans and our tactics. But the fans also gave us some feeling like, guys, this is the way. Just go through it, and then
the love is back. So yeah. We've been always preaching, bring back the love and everything, and seeing people, Kumasi people coming out and believing us, and then hoping for us to get something from the game was a great feeling for us, and it was a great push for us also. Yeah, amazing. Let's talk about the coaches that you worked under. We'll talk about the return leg in a bit. But the coaches that you worked under, in fact, when they first named them, we called them the Avengers because putting those 4 together, incredible. Listen, there are things we have seen from Otto. He's a very animated fellow, very passionate guy. And I'm sure, I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's a video of him screaming at Osman Bukari, who was trying to waste time in the game against us to get up and go and press. I mean, what is it like to work?
Otto, for me, first of all, I mean, for him not being a coach, he's a great man. He's a man that you always love to work alongside with him. Yeah. Obviously, when he was the assistant for Coach Milovan, we saw what he could do. Also, the players saw this because we saw that his communication and everything with the way he was trained and the way he wants us to play. Yeah. We could see. If he has the chance, he's going to do something great with us. So, aside him being a nice person and everything, he's very great. He's very great coach. And then I think we all saw it from the two games that we did. Obviously, we had just 3 days before the game, Kumasi, and then what he did was something that we didn't really expect. Because first of all, he made every player, no matter where you're going to play, either on the bench or in the stands, he made every player understood what we were going to do on the field. So I'm sure that even the players in the stand on that day during the game, they knew that the ball was going to go to the left or going to the right when the goalkeeper has the ball. So this was one of the importance, and that was helping us a lot. I mean, everyone on the team understood what we were going to do, and I think for that I'll give it to him. He did a really good job for us.
Yeah, and we talk about even the impact of someone like maybe George Boateng, Didi Dramani, or even Chris Hughton for that matter, who was not always on the bench during the matches. He was always in the stands taking notes and all of that. How would you describe the impact of every single person in that technical team? Every individual brought something different, no?
Yes, I mean, I think they all brought something different, and then joining them together was one of the great ideas. I don't know whoever came up with that idea, but it was one of the great ideas for us, the Black Stars, because you have George Boateng who is coaching under Gerard, where the philosophy is being passed from the first team to the under 19 and under 23. So you have him who has good sense of football. You have coach like Chris, you have coach like Didi Dramani, who also has a good experience in coaching, and then you have Otto. So I think these great minds came together, and then it was good for us, the Black Stars. So I think it was a good thing for us.
Yeah. And I know I mentioned the Osman Bukari thing. Is that something that you guys used to laugh at him in the WhatsApp group, or what's happening there?
No, the thing is, the one thing that we all don't get is, after the game in Nigeria, there are most things in the games that, you know, on a normal day you will remember and you will be laughing at it, or you remember and you will be saying you did good or you did bad. But after we qualified, none of these things came in our mind. You know, like nobody was talking about me. For instance, I made assist for the goal. I passed the ball to. I first threw the ball to Jordan. He gave the ball back to me. I gave it to Thomas, and he shot, and it was a goal. Yeah. So that was, but trust me, after the game in the dressing room, somebody was asking me, "How did you score a goal?" And I didn't know.
You mean your own teammate who was on the field didn't know how you scored a goal?
Yeah. Somebody was asking me like, how did we score the goal? And I didn't know. I didn't know why. And then it was after the game. I saw a tweet from a fan from Bordeaux here. He said Gideon Mensah played 90 minutes and he made an assist. And then I went back in my head. I was like, okay, so I did the assist. And then, you know, like, wow, this game was. But the incident with Osman, I saw it. I mean, I was on the field, but I saw it. I think he wanted to waste time. And then go back. Because at the end of the day, you're going to waste time. The referee's going to come to you and you're going to go out for the field and you're going to play with time. Yeah. It was, I mean, with everything, like you said, it's something that is very funny. But on the side of Otto, it was a great thing for me also.
Yeah, indeed. And let's talk about the moment after. Of course, I was there in Nigeria as well. I was in a media stand. After the final whistle, you guys went over to the fans to try and celebrate with them. And that was when they started throwing stuff onto you. And then, you know, I remember seeing you guys ducking all the way into the dressing room and all of that. At that moment, did you feel any real sense of danger, or you just thought, okay, maybe it's just one of those things, let's just get in and because you were also held in the dressing room for quite a long time?
Yeah, because of the fans, yeah. For me, I must say, it was getting dangerous for us being out there on the field, but at the same time, we in our head we were just thinking that they were just furious about their players not winning the game, not furious about us, the Ghanaians. The Ghanaians, I mean, the Ghana Black Stars. So we weren't really thinking about us being hurt or anything. Yeah. Obviously, what happened to me was before the game, when we went in for the first half, I told one of the guys who work with us that if we go into the second half and then we win the game or whatever happens, that we qualify. Please bring my phone. So when the game ended, if you saw me, I was just hugging everyone, but I was just finding my way through. I was just looking for the guy. So I had to run to the dressing room. Yeah. Go knock. It was very dangerous. It was going there. You saw the fans trying to come to the tunnel. You know. So yeah. I went to the dressing room, got my phone. And when I came back, I saw them throwing the bottles already. So I was like, I think 30 seconds on the field, and then they said we should go back inside. So, and then obviously you saw we were in the dressing room for like almost like an hour, which for us it wasn't like a waiting point for us because we're just happy, we're just celebrating, you know. After the game, before the game, we were just saying that we want to go to Ghana right after the game. But after the game, nobody was thinking about this anymore. It was just different feeling altogether.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously very amazing indeed. And you know, I'm very proud of every single member of that Ghana team. You speak about that second half and halftime. You know, Ghana came out of the first half. He came out for the second half in a Otto made 3 changes to totally different formation. Then, of course, the biggest surprise for everyone was to see you playing as a third centre back, because we all know you to be in any case at a worst case scenario, if you're not playing as a left fullback, maybe a left winger, that makes a lot of sense. But then you played as a left-sided centre back, and you were brilliant. I mean, what was the? I spoke to George Boateng. I interviewed him on Wednesday before he left, and he said that that Ghana had practiced this system a long time, and that you wanted to even play it from the start. He said the coaches contemplated playing it from the start. So is that something that you were used to, that you knew that this was coming, the change was coming, everybody knew what to expect?
I'm not sure everybody knew about that, but for me, personally, I knew that if a change should happen, that we should play with the 3 defenders. I was going to be the centre back because I think back in Kumasi on Thursday, the day before the game, we were trying to do the walkthrough with the build up and everything. And obviously, like the way we played in Kumasi, where you see Baba coming to the box, getting the ball from the goalkeeper, and then doing it from the left side. After that, he made a change where I was the one on the left side, Jiku was in the middle, and Mate was on the right side. So after the training, I asked him like, am I gonna be there if Baba doesn't come, or what is gonna happen? And then he told me that if we change to three back, he wants me to be on the left side because he doesn't want to put three defenders where they both have like three of them has right foot. It's gonna be a problem for us because then the Nigerians are gonna push out to the left side.
Yeah.
Then we're not gonna go left-footed player, you know. So for me, I knew that if we should change to three back, I was gonna be there. And I think during the game, it was working because you saw that the build-up was still on the left side, and then you have me who has a left foot, so it was a bit easier to give diagonal passes to Andy Yadam or to chip the ball to Felix. So I think for that again, I'll give it to the technical team because it's not really easy to put a left back as a centre back, considering where you know that they're going to cross so many balls in the boxes.
And you're not the tallest.
Of course, you know, but I'll give it to them. And I always say this, that I thank them for the confidence and the trust they gave to me in the game. At some point in my life, I felt very important in the national team, not just in my club team, but in the Ghana as a whole, you know. So good for me and something big for me also.
I agreed. And you had never played in the centre back before in your career, have you?
At some point, but I think it's just training and then some easy games, you know. I mean, at most of the times, if we should change to three back, I know I'm going to be the wing back, or I'm going to be, you know, not a centre back.
Not the centre back. Okay. I mean, and you talk about for the first time feeling very important in the national team. Obviously, you've been part of the national team for a while. I was there in Cape Coast on your debut against South Africa in that AFCON qualifier. Since then, you've struggled for game time. Obviously, even at the AFCON, you were there for all three matches, but you didn't even get to play 1 minute. In that period, did you start to have doubts about your future in the national team? Did you start to think maybe my time might never come? Or you were just a little bit patient and just saying that, you know what, my time will come?
I mean, for that, like you said, I think most people, I mean, few people that will go to that situation will try to give up or will try and say, okay, let me just accept the fact that I'm here as a backup player if something should happen, you know. But my situation was different because I really trust myself and I really believe in myself, and then I believe that with the right time and then with the right working, my time will come, you know. So coming to the national team, and then I mean, it was a good thing for me. I mean, sitting watching a senior player, you know, play ahead of me, it was a good thing for me to learn. In either ways, the bad ways or the good ways, it was very good for me. I think most of that moment also helped me in my game against Nigeria and Kumasi in Nigeria, you know, because there I'm fully ready in my head mentally. I was ready to come and play in front of Ghanaians and also go in Nigeria and play against them in front of their fans. So I wasn't really thinking about giving up, or I'm not saying that I'm there now also, but if in any case that things should go wrong or left, I'm still gonna be here and then ready to learn also.
Yeah, indeed. Let me just run you through a few quick things. First of all, I'm sure you heard and you saw, or even if you didn't, you must have seen after, in the first leg against Nigeria, when Jordan was substituted, he was booed. Is that something that you guys spoke about in the dressing room after? Did the players go to him and say, don't worry about it? Or, you know, everybody just carried on and you say, you know what, maybe this is normal?
No, I mean, that's a normal thing. Looking at Ghana as a national team, I mean, we know, you know, at some point, sometimes it's very hard, it's very difficult to know what we, the Ghanaians, I'm going to put myself together because my family is very hard. It's very hard to know what we, the Ghanaians, we want from the Black Stars, you know. And obviously, they want us to win games, they want us to play good matches, and they want individual players to also play to their standard or to whatever expectation that they want from the players, you know. But as that happened when we went to the dressing room, we the players, you know, in as much that we really want to make Ghanaians proud. First of all, we are also there to make ourselves and our family proud also. So we obviously come to the field looking at ourselves playing good and then making ourselves proud and making Ghanaians proud. So I'm not sure nobody will walk on the field and play like he doesn't want to play or play like I'm just joking or I'm just here to play with Ghanaians, you know. So that for me, I would say wasn't a good thing from Ghanaians, but I must say, I mean, like we all.
But you can understand it, you know, obviously. But yeah.
But
obviously, nobody wants that, you know.
Yes. I mean, yeah. In some point, it's a normal thing in football. I mean, we get that a lot. You play in Europe here where you get every time that you get the fans, the opponent fans will just be booing you and everything, you know. But this is something different because this is your own people. This is your home, you know. This is somewhere you call home. And then this is a game where you really needed them to be behind you, and then they're booing you. I mean, I think for Jordan, it wasn't going to be a nice feeling for him, and then also for us, a teammate, it wasn't going to be a good thing for us having a teammate going back to sleep or going back to his bed with them thinking of Ghanaians were booing me today, you know. So I think the Ghanaians should sometimes, you know, look at us with the brighter side, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Gideon, let's talk about the draw itself. Luis Suarez is back in the mix. How old were you when that incident happened? First of all, do you remember it? Because for some of us journalists, a lot of us, I remember I did not eat for 2 days. I just wasn't hungry. Like, I just wasn't hungry. Do you remember the incident? Do you remember where you watched the game? You're probably in the academy, no?
Yeah. I think I was in the academy. I think I was in Goma Fete. Wait, that was
2010.
2010 years. I was in the academy because I got drafted to the academy in the year 2010 also. So I was there. I mean, that was my first year in the academy, so I watched it there. I mean, that was like a real nightmare for every Ghanaian. Seeing Ghana going to the quarterfinals and then seeing that we were really to get into the semi-finals where this incident had to happen, you know. So but I mean, now when the draw came out, me being here in France, you know, I have a teammate who plays in South Korea. So and I have coaches who are from Portugal here. So the conversation here with them was just Portugal and South Korea. I wasn't really thinking about Europe, but then I got messages on Instagram saying that look, even if you Uruguay, you don't win that. and then I started thinking, okay, this is real now. Ghanaians are really, really happy, and then they are really up for the revenge. So I think it will be a good group, and then we see what will happen. I mean, in a few months to come.
Is that when you look at it on paper? Is that a group that you think, for example, you prepare well, we can get out of?
Yes, I mean, with good preparation, I mean, I think good preparation helps a team a lot. When you look at our European teams, you know, or the countries here where they go to the World Cups, I think most of the time they might have like straight ahead a good start from the tournaments. It doesn't matter the players they have or whatever, but I think it's good preparation, you know. So I think with good preparation, and then with the performance that we showed in Kumasi and in Nigeria, because you know the game in Kumasi and in Nigeria was two different games for us, the Black Stars. You know, you have one in Kumasi where you showed your quality. You had most of the ball. You defended with the ball, so it was a bit easy. Not a bit easy as in.
But it was easier to do. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say, you know. And then you go to Nigeria where you have to defend and keep your goalpost safe, you know. So that was two different games. So I think if we go to the World Cup, prepare good and go with just two mentality, I think it's going to help us in the group to come up from that.
Indeed. Obviously now, Cristiano Ronaldo, that was our last game at the World Cup was actually against Portugal. The last time we played at the World Cup, 2014, it was our last group game. Portugal, very talented team. You played there last year as well, so you have a lot of friends. You know this team and all of that. I'm sure a lot of your Portuguese friends have started texting you and about this particular game, no?
Yeah. I mean, I think Portugal as a country has a lot of Ghanaians. Also, you have a lot of Ghanaians in most of the teams there in the first division and the Premier League and everything. So, Portugal against Ghana, it's even. I think for me, it's even more of like
more important.
Ghana, more important.
Or a much bigger game. Yeah.
Of course, yes. I mean, you have a game against Uruguay where Ghanaians are thinking about Suarez, which is something different. But against Portugal, you know that if you win against Portugal, that's a big deal. You know, you're playing against one of the main countries where we go to the World Cup, looking at them going to the semi-finals or the finals. You know. So.
Yeah,
like I said, it's gonna be our first game in the tournament. And as you all know, I mean, getting a good start in the tournament is always gonna give us the direction that we're gonna have in the tournament.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can lose the first game and still go to the quarterfinals or to the semifinals. But I think playing against Portugal, it's a country like that, and also it being our first game, I think we should just be focused and prepare for that game, and then after that game, we get our good points from it, and then we can think about the 2 other games.
Indeed. I have one last question for you. You know, during when the draw was going on, and nobody was going into Group E, and it got to Pot 4, everybody was praying, please don't put us in Group E, because you've got Germany, you have Spain in there. Nobody wants to go in there as a third country. But good that we found Group H. It looks manageable indeed. One last one. You're a few months away from the end of your loan at Bordeaux. What's the future like for you? Because now you've done one loan in Portugal, you've done one in France now. What's the future like? Is that something you've started to talk about or to think about?
Yeah, I think it's something that I've already started discussing with my agent. And I think for me as a player, at some point in my life, it wasn't really about loan or a long contract. You know, I wanted to just play football, because I remember when I came back from my first loan in Austria, when I came back to Red Bull, I had a preseason with them, and then I had a great preseason with them, and then I think we played 2 or 3 games in the season, and one of these games I was in the stands, and the third one I was also in the stands. So I had a meeting with the coach, and then he told me that you are still young, you can stay here, and then if the captain is on my position, the captain is like 34 years now. He said, you can be here, and then if the captain is injured or something happens, then you can have some games, and then when he's back, you come back to the bench. And then for me, I was like, I'm still young, like you said, and this is the time where I have to be playing. I have to be playing most of my games, because I'm not waiting to be 28 or 29 years, and I'll still be fighting for playing time. You know, I have to make my name now. I have to make myself known in the world now. So at that point, it was just me playing football, you know, like going to clubs. But doing all this thing, how they go. Obviously playing in Belgium, and then when I went to Portugal. From Portugal, I told my agent that we need to go to the top 5 leagues, which is you have France, you have Spain. I think I even said it on this show. Yeah. So yes, and then we got to France here, to a club like Bordeaux, which is very, very like a big club here in Bordeaux, traditional. Obviously, it's not going well this season for us, but looking at Bordeaux and looking at the league, that was something that we really wanted to have this season. So I mean, looking at next season, I'm not sure of what to tell you now, but I think next season is gonna be very good for me. It's gonna be a great season for me also. So we should just wait and look up to what is gonna happen to me in the next season.
Yeah, and I have no doubt that next season will be a massive season for you, and we wish you all the best, and thank you for what you did for Ghanaians. We're all very happy, obviously, because we qualified. A lot of that, of course, mostly thanks to you. You played your role, and you played it excellently, and we're all very grateful. So, Gideon, thank you very much for your time, and I wish you an injury-free rest of the season, and hopefully in the summer, whatever decision you make next on your career, it's a really good one for you.
So, thank you very much. And then I'll use this platform also to say a very big thank you to Ghanaians. I knew that they had love for me, and I knew that they had love for the Black Stars, every player in the Black Stars. But what they really showed to us with these 2 games was, and also for me personally, was something that I didn't really expect from them. And then obviously, you know, you go to your inbox where you see people that you didn't even expect for them to test you. You know, yeah. Obviously, I'm playing in France here, and then I'm looking at myself being a professional player or wherever. But you still have people that you know that when they test you, it's a big deal. You know, so yeah. These 2 games.
You're a big man now.
Yeah. This game made me realize that Ghanaians really love me, and they love the team. So. I'll urge them to still continue to support us in whatever we do. I mean, World Cup, in the next qualifiers for the AFCON that is coming up. Yeah. That we should stick together, and I think together with with them supporting us, knowing that, when you have good supporters, you always feel like you are in the field with 12 men,
Yeah.
because you have supporters who are giving no chance, or who is giving the opponent no chance to even feel comfortable to play in your home ground. So
yeah.
I would say big thanks to Ghanaians, and then to everyone who's supporting us till now. And I think, like I said, together we're gonna achieve something for Ghana.
Indeed. Thank you very much as well, Gideon. And I know you're probably still replying a lot of your thank you messages and congratulatory messages. But so it explains why sometimes when I text you, it takes you 1,000 years to respond. I know. I understand. You should hire an assistant. Hire me. I'll respond your messages for you. But thank you very much, Gideon. Gideon Mensah has been our guest here on Citi Sports. My name is Fento Tahiri Fento. It's been a lovely conversation with Gideon. Until next time, though, do take care of yourself and bye-bye. Thank you.